Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the project we're making today. Okay, so this was the same as week 7 of the 12 weeks of Halloween, just different stamps, ink, and paper. So the following video was filmed live. Feel free to fast forward, pause, or rewind. If you need anything, let me know, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks a lot. We are remaking the project or the box that we made on Monday evening. This is box template number 40, and let me open it up. For those of you that weren't here Monday, it does hold these Reese's peanut butter cupcakes. I have not eaten one, so don't know what they taste like, but anything with peanut butter and chocolate sounds good to me, right? Okay, so here's the supplies. I'm super excited about this project today because I had not yet played with the poinsettia suite. So we are today. Since we're making the same box, I'm going to go ahead and move that out of the way. We're using thick Whisper White cardstock for the bottom of our box. And for the lid, we're actually using the In Good Taste Designer Series paper. That also measures 6 by 6. And the reason I chose this pattern is because I'm just like the rest of y'all, and I sometimes really like to hoard my Designer Series paper. So I decided that I felt like this flower really matched the Designer Series paper in good taste. Yeah, so we're also using the, what is this called? Poinsettia Place Designer Series paper. And I wanted to show you guys how I determined this. So with this piece of paper, this die does not work on every flower. Let me grab it really quick. So these are the dies that we're using. This is the one we're using today. And so the best advice I can give you is the one that has the tall flower. And I say that, but then I can't line it up. There we go. So there's that one. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can get 4 of these flowers out of this piece of paper because it doesn't work on all of them. But we do have the stamp. We're just not using that stamp today. Okay? Same thing with these. I went ahead and just cut around. Well, I cannot get the die back in my hand. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to set these aside. Oh, here's the paper. So what I did was just kind of cut around. Okay, let's go ahead and stamp the one and only image that we're stamping. And it is from that same suite. And I said I had the stamp set, but I actually don't see it here. But we're stamping Happy Holidays. And because I'm using a photopolymer image, I'm going to use my Stampin' Mat. This is Real Red ink. There we go. Okay. So we're going to use the Ornate Frames dies to cut out the Happy Holidays. And we're going to use these two to cut this out. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, so here's the plates. We're going to have a 1, a 2, a 5, our self-healing cutting mat, and then I'm going to cut out the greeting up here, and then we're going to cut out one of these flowers down here at the bottom. Okay. Whoops, sorry, I'm shaking everything. Okay. So there's that one. And here's this one. So now we'll cut the other two. Good evening. Okay, so it takes me a couple turns to line this up. I don't know why, but it does. Okay, so there's that one. And then now this one. It doesn't shift with the magnetic cutting pad. I haven't had it shift yet. So there's our flower. And here's those, I guess they're called berries, right? Okay, I'm gonna put all my dies back on my magnetic thingy. And we'll get this out of the way. Okay, let's bring all of our pieces in here. Now we're going to take our paper trimmer, and I have to remember this because I do not want to mess up. I've got my inspiration sheet here. So we're going to start with the Thick Whisper White, and this is the bottom of the box. And so we are going to score. If y'all were here Monday night, it was a wonky measurement. We're going to score in between the 1.5 and the 1 7/16. And the 1 7/16 is the tiny mark right before the 1.5. So we're going in between there. It doesn't have a name, just in between. Or a number, or, yeah, it doesn't have a real term. So in between. Sometimes when I look at these lines, they start to blur and I get confused. Is that right? Is that 1.5? Yeah. Now we're going to take the lid and we're going to score this one at 1 7/16 on all 4 sides. And this is Designer Series paper, and it's thin, so you don't have to be as aggressive with your scoring tool. I'm still working with the lighting, so hopefully in another week or so I will have it mastered. I was trying to cut down on the lights in this room, so we'll see. I did find all of my tools finally. Okay, so we're going to fold and burnish on all the score lines. And we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Okay. Now we're going to take our scissors and we are going to cut up to the score line, and then we're going to trim it a little bit on the left and the right, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side, so the side opposite. This is box template 40, and I did go ahead and type that up this morning, so as soon as the video is over, I will post it on the Chicken Scratch Stamps Facebook group. Okay, so there's that one. We're going to do the exact same thing now to the lid. Okay, there we go. Now, Same thing, trim those tabs a little bit. Yes, that's going in the floor. I have a wood floor or a vinyl flooring vacuum. It does a really good job of vacuuming. Okay, now let's get our adhesive. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to fold this in. Oh no, what did I do? Huh. Rewind. Sorry, guys. Oh, you know what? Here, instead of just... I have one somewhere. I have not messed up like that in a long, long time. Here, we'll just pretend my measurement worked. I'm not real sure what I did. Let me rip it apart real quick and let me tell you what I did wrong, because... Okay. It measures 6 by 6, 1 7/16. One 7/16. Oh, that's where I did it wrong. I scored this side at 1 1/4. What was I thinking? Okay. Actually, hold on, guys. So the bottom of the box is the one that gets scored in between. I am distracted this morning. I got a couple hate mails in the last couple days, and I swear it hurts my heart. Like, I'm just like, all I can do is say I'm doing my best, and I know that this year I have disappointed people and not been on my A game, but I can only do what I can do. So all I can do is apologize, and yeah, anyway, I'm not my normal self. Okay, trimming the tabs. I'm gonna stop talking. I don't want to mess up. Okay. Now, let's do this again. We'll pretend that I never messed up before. Okay, fold this in. Fold that in. That. And that. Okay, so here's the base of our box. Now, let's work on the lid. Let's make sure I did this right. We'll fold this in and just double check. I did, yes. Okay. I'm happy that I'm having a connection right now, so I'm wondering if maybe that 7 o'clock hour, that maybe there's so many people online that I can't keep a connection. I don't know. We are working on it. Okay, so fold this in, and this, and this, and that. Okay, so now, let me turn it this way. Okay, it's a tight fit, but as you can see, it won't fall open. For this one, you know, we used the belly band. It was still a tight fit, but anywho, okay. We are almost done. This is a super easy project to make. So I'm going to put a dimensional on here. So this is going to go, where's my little pearly thingies? So these are called beaded pearls, and we are going to add them with a glue dot. Okay, so that's gonna go there. We're just gonna use our, well, let's put this down and then we're gonna add the rest, because I think it helps to add this first, and then we're gonna add the greeting. I take it back. Let's add the greeting, because if we don't, then we're gonna not leave enough space for the greeting. There we go. I was creating this project last night when Chase came over to try to help me with my internet connection. The whole house knows I'm beside myself with that. Okay, there's that part. And now for these, you can use your liquid glue. And I'm just gonna add just a little bit to that stem, and then slide this under here. Whoops. It's a good thing that stuff dries clear. Actually, I want it a little bit further in there. There we go. And then now this one. Same thing, I wanted less to show. Okay. It's a very different color for Christmas, but I think it's really elegant. It's really pretty. So here's the one I made last night. Oh, I did kind of curl up the leaves just ever so slightly. So the box measures 3 by 3 by 1 1/2. So, or 3 1/8 by 3 1/4 by 1 1/2 inches thick. Okay. And then here again is the Halloween version. Okay, you guys have a great day. Thank you again for being here.